Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're off to a great start on what's looking to be another rainy day here in the Tennessee Valley. If you are lucky enough to stay home and not have to worry about how your hair looks when you head out into the world, well, good for you. Enjoy an early lunch or a late cup of coffee. But if you were like me and so many others and you have to find a way to kind of defrizz your hair on a day like this, well, you're in luck watching the show this morning because Elizabeth Kincaid was on our calendar this morning. She's with Hair A Go-Go over in North Chattanooga. Great to see you.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
I am fine. When you and I originally planned this topic, we had no idea it was going to be raining. We thought we'd talk about the humidity that we go deal with in the summer months. I guess the issue is, though, the same, right? The frizz that results?
For sure, for sure. And it's kind of, what do you do to start to help your hair not get totally out of control on a day like this?
So, okay, so I have hair. My hair can be straight, but I guess left to its natural state. I think it's changed as I've gotten older, but it has a lot of curl in it. You and I were laughing back in the 80s, we didn't mind so much, but everybody wants that sleek look now. But you don't want your hair to be weighted down, right?
It's true. I mean, there's going to be certain occasions where actually that is to your benefit, so it really just depends. Oftentimes, especially when you're talking about a day like today, a day like today where it's raining outside, you've got high humidity, what do you do to combat that when you maybe are in a profession where you do have to have that, really kind of sleek hair, and how do you, because now it's all about layering products, so how do you layer products in such a way that it's going to actually keep your hair straight for 6 hours or 8 hours or whatever it is?
So you got some products next to you. Are those some that you would recommend?
We do, yeah. And, I would preface this by saying, technology now in products is fantastic. So there's tons of different products that are amazing out there. I'm talking about these just simply because this is what we have, not because it's the best thing ever, but it's the best thing that I've found, that works. So when we're talking about wanting our hair to be really sleek and smooth on a day like today, a great place to start for, to prep your hair is to use something that's like an ionic bonding spray. So some kind of spray that you can use on your hair that is, related to the keratin family, that's going to help to really get that hair smooth, and not in a smoothing sense, because what you would use with it would be something like a straightening balm. Oftentimes balms, when you put them, when you get them out of the container, they almost look gel-like and very thick in substance, That's what you want to layer onto your hair if you're wanting that really straight, sleek look. You don't want anything that immediately comes off your hands. You use a straightening product, and sometimes when you emulsify it in your hands, it almost is like it's wet, or it just feels like your hands are dry again. A product on a day like today, when you're going to wear your hair sleek, you want that to feel very thick.
Okay.
Because we want to have that really kind of heavy coating on your hair. Not that it's going to weigh your hair down so much, but just we want that absolute protection against that humidity that's fighting us.
So some women on a day like this will choose to put their hair in a bun or a ponytail, but a sleek one. So if you use a product like that, will that allow the hair that shows to still not frizz up?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, it totally works that way. And it is also about the tools that you're using. In situations like this, having a really good blow dryer with a nozzle makes a difference, because when you're directing that airflow, it's huge. It really makes a difference on your hair. We also, it's funny, I always joke around with my clients, I've used the same type of brush for everyone for 20 something years now. And it's a Cricut Techniques brush. It's not the coolest, it's not the prettiest, but it works the best and it lasts the longest. And what it does is, when you're blow drying with it, especially to do your hair smooth and sleek, what happens is that brush acts like a curling iron or a flattening iron on the hair. So you're just directing the airflow over the brush, and it really smooths down the cuticle. Julie, when you were talking about, my hair over the years has kind of changed. It's a little curlier now, and there may be a little bit of coarseness in there, that happens over time. And so, literally there are more cuticle layers to your hair. That's why you're getting that weird, shape to it and that curl or that bend that people always fight, that also can present itself as frizz. So this is a way to kind of direct the hair with that blow dryer and that diffuser to be able to, or nozzle, to really smooth it out and get that really kind of polished look.
And did you tell me once that as you begin to get gray or white in your hair, that those hairs also have a different texture, which lends itself to that funky wave in your hair?
Yes, unfortunately, they do.
Okay.
And, it's just something that you have to deal with. And whether you're choosing to deal with it through, it helps when you use a product to prep your hair. So, something like this Keratin Smooth 2-phase is awesome because it is conditioning and softening, but it also has a heat protectant to it. Now, that's not always perfect for everybody, but if you're going to do this, like on a day like today, if you use something like that Keratin Smooth, even though we're not going to apply heat, we want something that has conditioning and softening to it, right? Then we could put something on it like our curl control or some kind of curl cream, layer that on top of it so that you're embracing that kind of curl and wave, but you're also softening it and getting that cuticle to just release a little bit to soften up.
Okay, I have heard that there are some people, so my hair goes big on a frizzy day. I think there are some people where their hair loses volume and body on a rainy day. What do they do?
It does. Well, you want to do something else. So, oftentimes when you talk about those kinds of people, they do have very fine hair. I'm one of those people. My hair is just super fine. I always joke around, I have like 5 hairs on my head. So for me, when I do something like this, even though I'm not going to blow it out, I did diffuse it this morning. So technically I am using a blow dryer on it on a medium heat, medium speed when I use that diffuser piece. I use the instant heat protection. It's a blowout spray, but it's really, really light. So it'll protect my hair from the heat, but it's not going to weigh it down. So it's not conditioning like that other one. It's not going to give that kind of heaviness or softness. And then I actually did use the curl control cream on my hair today. So that, once I diffuse it, still allows it to have some volume, but it doesn't weigh it down and make it heavy. The cool thing about some of those types of products, like the curl products, is that you can usually use a little bit when your hair is dry just to go back through and get a little bit of separation. So you're continuing to kind of defrizz through the day if you need it.
Okay, is there a difference? Because as you know, trial and error can get kind of expensive, and we've all done that thing of going to whatever store of your choice, drugstore or a makeup store, Ulta or something, and you just kind of make a stab in the dark guess. This one looks good, I'll try it. And before you know it, you're walking out the door with $100 in Guess Me products. So it's the best thing to go and let someone, a professional, cut your hair, examine it, and then give you a reference?
Always. We always joke around, and we're reworking hours right now, but we like to give clients a prescription. So a prescription that has all of the things that we used on your hair. There's a reason that we're layering products, and products now work that way, where everything has its specific niche of why you need it, but you need to know why you're using it and how to use it. Oftentimes when I'm working with especially new clients, I like to ask them what they're currently using, not to switch them to something else, but to go, okay, well, they've already got a gel or they've already got some kind of a heat protect. So I need to fill in the gap of what they need that's going to work, because oftentimes we can get these products to work together. A really good way when you're at a salon to try stuff is, and not every brand has every single thing in a travel size, but sometimes that's a great way to try it, to test out a product if they have a travel size of it. That way you're not making such a huge investment in it, but you can see, is this a product that I actually am going to incorporate on a daily basis into my routine? I know how it is. We all end up, I'm guilty too. I have all those different kinds of products underneath my cabinet, even for me. So it's hard, because you find like that new thing that seems to work even better. Part of it too, Julie, is seasonality. I mean, yes, it's super humid right now. We're dealing with, fighting the rain and this and that. But this isn't going to last. So as we move into fall, winter, oftentimes I'm changing products that way as well. So most products have a 12 to 24 month shelf life. So you're going to get some longevity. You're going to get a couple seasons out of it typically.
Okay. All right, well, it is good for you to share some time with us. Everyone's having a difficult hair day. I won't say a bad hair day, but a challenging one for sure.
Yes.
Elizabeth, thank you so much for your time as always.
You are so welcome.
You can find Hair A Go-Go on Dallas Road in North Chattanooga. We didn't mention it today, but they also have areas at the salon where you can be completely private. So if you're somebody with a health condition and you're concerned with COVID-19 beyond the masks, they also have that area where you can go and feel definitely comfortable and protected. 752-0500 is their phone number. Online, hairagogo.com. We're back after this.
Yeah, but this is a lot of food.